How's it going, everyone? My name is True Wonder Dog, and it looks like Erron Black got a bunch of buffs recently. So now all three of his variations feel a lot more viable, especially variation 2, which has a lot more setups now. So without any further ado, let's break down all of his changes step by step. Okay, so first up we have his High Noon string. So the cancel frame now occurs 1 frame earlier and has 4 more recovery frames on hit, 2 less recovery frames on block, and 1 more recovery frame on miss. And that's a lot to take in, but the best part about it now combos into Rising Stock. This is a huge buff to variation 1, because now you no longer have to deal with this annoying string, which I hate so darn much. I guess I don't hate the string itself because I have a cheat method where I just slide my thumb up and down violently. My main issue is that because I press the button so fast, sometimes the game thinks I want to do 1 plus 2 instead of 2 then 1, so it has me actually use the interactables even though all I'm doing is the string really quickly. At no point in time am I actually pressing 2 buttons at the same time, but the game thinks that I am, and so I grab the interactables all the time. And you can fix this problem by changing the control settings, but I don't want to alter my controls just for a single character. That's ridiculous. And this also means you no longer have to rely on this string either. This was also a really good way to combo into the Rising Stock, but this string, if you miss or if the opponent rolls behind you, is such a big risk, and it's 11 frames on startup. So not only have the combos gotten a lot easier, but now you have more punish options than you did before, at least in variation 1. And then on top of all of those buffs, the string itself is also a bit safer on block now at only -3. So just good buffs all around for this first string. And the third hit also got some nice buffs as well. So the final hit of this string now recovers 2 frames faster universally. So it's better on hit, you have 2 more frames of hit advantage, but perhaps even better, look what it is on block. It's now +3. That means you frame trap them into this move, this big mid. If they try to do anything, they're gonna get snagged by it. And then in variation 2, you have the command grab as well. So in other words, once the opponent blocks this string, you have a mix-up. If they're defensive and they block all the time, go for a command grab. And then once they're tired of being command grabbed over and over again, instead you go for the back 2. That'll catch him pressing a button, it'll catch him jumping away, all that good stuff. Now the frame trap isn't going to be the easiest thing for this string. Special moves are actually a bit easier to buffer on block, but the attack string is going to require a bit of practice. So you're going to want to go into training mode and practice the timing. And also keep in mind that the opponent can flawless block that final hit, so don't just do it all the time. A good player could flawless block it. Now with that said though, I've played online quite a lot, and I can count the number of times I've been flawless blocked on one hand. The reality is a lot of players just don't go for it, not because they lack the skill, but I think because internet can just vary, so the delay makes it a lot tougher. And spinning revolver also got a minor change as well, so the opponent's reaction on hit is now different. Their victim region has been adjusted. Now I'm not quite sure what that means. Perhaps it makes it a bit easier just to combo into things. That tends to be what Netherrealm means when they say that. But for variation 1, the follow-up hits on that string are going to be a lot more consistent. And next up, all of these strings on screen now do the correct damage on block. Once again, I don't know if that means the damage was reduced or increased, but they now do the correct damage that Netherrealm wants them to do on block. And as you can see, not too much chip damage. It seems about regular, so as the buff implies, it has all been normalized. Every single attack string you see displayed on screen now does the correct damage on block. And this next change is a big win for variation 3. So Acid Pour is now much faster. It happens in 13 frames instead of 17 and recovers 6 frames faster on block and 2 frames faster if it misses. So this string is just all around better, and in case you're wondering why, it's because this is the armor break move. That's right, so the least used variation now has the armor breaking option. So that alone might make this variation a lot more popular both online and at tournaments. So real quick, let's combo into this. I actually love this armor breaking move. The hitbox on this thing is insane, and look at the damage, 44, not too bad. But I just love the hitbox on this thing, and it starts up so fast. It's honestly one of the most reliable armor breaks in the game, and it still does 110 by itself. If you amplify, check this out. It still does some really good damage. 150. So even if you don't go for the crushing blow, it leads to a lot of damage. And once again, so easy to land, so reliable. I've covered so many characters and some of the armor breaks just suck, but look at that, still 30%. So even if the opponent doesn't break away, you're still getting 30% guaranteed. If they do break away, you're getting almost 50%, so it's a very good armor breaking move. And that's especially true if you do a more damaging armor break like this. Ooh, look at the range on this thing. Oh my goodness, 45%, so just a bit more damage. So if you land any crushing blow that launches the opponent and you combo into this, even if you don't want the crushing blow, you can amplify and still get some pretty good damage. Once again, it's still over 30%, but if you want to spend all the cheddar and get those 2 crushing blows back to back, you're getting almost 50%. And as mentioned earlier, this move is also better on block as well. So it's -9, but look at all this pushback. So for example, my 9-frame punish with Erron Black does not reach, not one bit. So even though -9 does seem punishable, a lot of characters can't actually punish Erron Black. He's going to be very strong with this move against certain characters. Now of course, some characters like Noob Saibot definitely can punish him, but a lot of characters won't be able to if you space it correctly. And then if you do moves that push them back even further, look at this. I don't think any character has an 8-frame that can reach this far outside of Noob Saibot. So if you space this thing correctly, it's going to be really good. How about here? Oh yeah, look at all this pushback. So many moves can't even reach with that 9-frame, no way. So as long as you space this move properly, it's going to be impossible for the opponent to punish you for going for it. That's really nice, and of course keep in mind, since it does break armor, it also beats fatal blows as well. So just one more thing to make this move great. It's faster, it has a great hitbox, and it's better on block as well. Just an all-around much better move than it was, and I think it'll make Variation 3 a lot more popular. And one final change for Variation 3 was that Netherbeast Trap now recovers 10 frames faster when you amplify it. So you can now move just a little bit sooner once you kick that trap. You can move almost right away. I'm gonna hold up just so you can see visually. So I can jump right there. That's how fast I can move. This move was already like super dirty. I kinda wish the regular version had been buffed as well, but at least now the amplified version seems a bit more viable because it's that much faster. And then for Variation 2, TNT Toss got a lot of love as well. So the regular version now starts up 3 frames faster and has 4 less recovery frames. So Erron Black throws it quicker and can move faster after throwing it as well. Now it's still super long on startup, takes you forever to actually move. You're not gonna use the regular version that much, but at least it's a bit faster. However, the amplified version is where things get a little bit crazy. This version starts up 5 frames faster and has 9 less recovery frames. And this can actually make this move pretty dirty. So let me go ahead and tell Devora to get up and go for a roll. So I'm gonna tell her to just go away. Boom, that was a punish, and now she's right on top of the dynamite. If she does anything besides delayed wake up or just a YOLO wake up 3, she's getting caught by that dynamite. Not only did I punish her, but she fell right on top of the TNT. And then if the opponent's blocking low all the time, you can just go for the overhead. That's also still a punish, and it's much easier to time. Just make sure to watch out for your own dynamite, because it can hurt Erron Black as well. And then if you have the opponent cornered and they don't have any meter, there's actually a really dirty setup you can do. So you land a crushing blow, and then you do back 2, up +4, and then cancel that into the amplified TNT toss, and then the opponent has to deal with your back 2 string on wake up. Now they could do delayed wake up, but that's the only way they can avoid this if they don't have meter. Now if they do have meter, I don't recommend going for this setup too often because they can roll behind you, they can do a wake up 3, all that stuff. However, if you do ever manage to corner the opponent and they don't have meter to escape, this can be a very dirty setup. And that's not it for TNT toss, so they also adjusted the hit region of the amplified gunshot, which now has 24 more frames of hits done on a grounded opponent and 12 more frames of knockdown advantage against an airborne opponent. So that's what actually makes that corner setup possible. You're better on hit, it behaves better on airborne opponents, more frame advantage, all that good stuff. And last but not least, we have Erron Black's Fatal Blow, which also got some nice buffs. So now the damage on every single gunshot is different, and you only have damage scaling on the final hit, which means if you combo into this string, it now does a lot more damage, which is good because the best way to do this string is actually during a combo, at least at a high level, because most of the time the opponent is just ducking whenever Erron Black has Fatal Blow available. And also, if you miss this Fatal Blow, it's pretty much a guaranteed punish for your opponent unless they're full screen, and even then some characters could still punish you. So it was always the best idea to combo into this, but now the game just rewards you that much more because the damage is a lot higher. So for example, here's a very basic combo, can do it in all variations. Let's see what the damage is. Oh my god, you're still getting 42%, and that was a very basic string. So just imagine what a crushing blow looks like into this thing. It's gonna hurt a lot. What is a combo? Does that work? Okay, it does. I don't play Erron Black, so I'm not sure what these combos are. But oh my god, 46% for that crushing blow. Not too bad. And that's about it for all of Erron Black's changes. As you can see, pretty much every variation got some love. Variation 1 has some new combo routes. Variation 2 has new pressure, command grab setups, and some dynamite mix-ups. And Variation 3 has the armor break move and the bear traps a bit faster, so all 3 variations got some attention. And I think all these buffs are a good thing for Erron Black. I know he started the game being really really strong and everybody hated him, but soon after that he got nerfed pretty hard and a lot of people said he was just unusable. And I never thought he was that bad, but I still think he was nerfed a bit too hard, so I'm glad he got some of these buffs. But please let me know your thoughts on these changes in the comment section down below. And then while you're down there, please leave a like if you enjoyed the video. It really does help my channel out a ton. And finally, why not keep that combo going by subscribing and ringing that bell? That way you never miss a future video. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.